Welcome to Small Business Celebration Meat and Potatoes, a show where we do a deep dive. We get into the nitty-gritty on one particular subject from one of our past guests on Small Business Celebration. But we can't do this without our presenting sponsor and our location sponsor. At Oliver & Associates Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction, it's a life moment. That's why they're committed to building relationships that last. They take the time to truly understand your needs, your dreams, your stories, so they can find you not just a house, but a home. Give Oliver Associates a call at 661-808-3444 or check them out at yourrealtor.us today. Today's Meat and Potatoes episode location is brought to you by Modern Gigi Gallery, an ultra-modern art gallery located in downtown Bakersfield, California, featuring the artworks of the modern abstract artist Johnny Ramos. Whether you're looking for artwork for your office, your home, or a postcard you can send as a thank you note, go to Modern Gigi Gallery located at 900 18th Street in Bakersfield, or give them a call at 661-374-7724 or email them at art@moderngigi.com today. Welcome to Small Business Celebrations Meat and Potatoes, and our guest this week is Craig Butler, the owner of Bakersfield Patio Covers and Rain Gutters, and we're going to be talking about the multiple facets in a highly competitive industry. And because we've been getting a lot of requests from visitors just like you who are in very competitive markets, how do you stand out? How do you single yourself out to make yourself special so that other businesses, your other prospects, your other customers can help you succeed? And to help us with this is Craig Butler, the owner of Bakersfield Patios and Rain Gutters. Welcome to Small Business Celebrations Meat and Potatoes.
Glad to be here.
And for visionaries who don't know who you are you and what is it that you do?
My name's Craig Butler. I own Bakersfield Patio Covers and Seamless Rain Gutters, and now that's evolved into another business, Bakersfield Screen Center.
Now, to say that you're in a competitive industry here in Kern County is an understatement, because how many other businesses are also in patio covers?
Patio covers, about 5 maybe real competitors.
Right.
Some guys that, out of the back of their truck.
Sure. They do it
5 real competitors.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, how about rain gutters?
Rain gutters, I would say about 4 or 5 now too. Okay. They've got a few that came aboard. Right. And then there's a few that, like I said again, they just kind of do it on the side out of the back of their truck. And
then you've added sunscreen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how many other businesses in town do that?
That do mobile and have a shop like us.
Right.
I might say we're the only one that has a shop and mobile.
Right.
But there's maybe 2 other mobile screen companies, and then there's some shops that just do like bug screens, etc. Right. Yeah.
Would I be fair to say that adds up, if I took my shoes off and used my toes to count, you've got like 14 or 15 competitors?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In a population of 500,000 people.
All of Kern County.
Yeah. And your typical customer, your typical client, how much is their house, or how big is their house? Is it usually a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 house? Is it?
It ranges. It depends.
Right.
So all houses. Right. And then there's businesses as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because I'm trying to help narrow this down for Visioneer Nation, that even though there's a lot of people that live here with a lot of houses and whatnot, there's only so many to go around, because once the patio cover goes up, it lasts a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How many houses do you typically do in a year?
Ooh, good question. Maybe about 200 patios. Right. Maybe about 250 patios a year. 250. And how many years have you been doing this? I've been in this business with patios about 12 years, 30 years in the business as a total.
So that's close to 3,000 houses that you've done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot of houses. Mm-hmm. Now, here's what I love, because when we did your episode on the main show, 2.5 years ago, something like that?
Yeah.
You discovered doing patio covers and rain gutters. How did you discover this? Because I love this story.
Oh yeah, I was working for a construction company. It was in Lompoc, and we were building a Vons.
Right.
Putting the actual, not the roofing, but the actual roof structure on.
Right.
And I was up there. They were building a tract of homes right behind us. And I look down and I see this stumping coming out of the back of a truck. And lunchtime I went down there and said, what are you guys doing? They said, oh, we're hanging seamless rain gutters. And it was interesting. The machine put on a roll, spits it out. If it's 60 foot, that's how big the piece is.
Right.
Custom made right there.
Wow.
Thought it was interesting. So I said, you know what, I could do this. So I said, hey, you guys need some help? The guy goes, we're not hiring. I said, I will work for free on Saturdays if you work Saturdays.
Right.
The guy goes, sure, come over.
Why say no to free labor, right?
Right. And got a little bit of experience there. And I said, well, I'm going to go back to Bakersfield, find a company that does it, get a job and learn it, and someday buy a machine.
Right. How long did it take you to learn it and then start your business?
Not a whole long time to learn it.
Right.
But the whole buying machine for myself didn't come from much later because I went to work for a company that I loved working for.
Right.
It's a great guy. I'm not going to say the company if you don't mind.
Sure.
But he's
because he's your competitor
he's
now.
my competitor.
Sure.
But great guy, loved the guy. Worked for him for 20 years or more. And then went out on my own.
Why?
Well, 2008 came along and things got crazy.
Yeah, banking crisis.
Yeah,
we all remember that, yeah.
Yeah, so things didn't jive back the way it should have, and I just had to make a move. I was getting older and I had to have something more reliable, an asset, you might say.
Right.
So went out on my own.
How did you make the bridge from rain gutters to patio covers?
Okay, again, 2008, right?
Right.
2008, I think we were doing $75,000 to $125,000 a month in rain gutters, a lot of rain gutters.
Wow.
And in 1 week, it went down to like 10,000. So it was like, what do I do? So I figured, let's see, what tools do we have? What skills do we have? What product can we pick up? And I don't have to retrain guys to use the tools or anything else. That's where we found the patio covers. And then now patio covers, we do more than rain gutters.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's what's brilliant. Because you had a mainstay, a product that's, yes, it's a great product, it's seamless, it's cut to fit, it's completely customizable, but it's a very narrow skill set. And yet, when 2008, you had to diversify. And you found something that says, I can use the same guys, the same tools.
Same trucks.
Same trucks, same vendors?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, totally different vendors. Had to find the vendors, which obviously they're more than happy to say, hey, sell my stuff.
Sure. Especially 2008.
Yeah. So that's how we got into patios.
How did this diversification help you after 2008?
Well, it helped me by adding production because everything went down. It eventually came back, but I needed production and had to add something because we weren't doing $125,000 a month in rain gutters no more. So got to do something. So that's how we started with the patio covers.
Was it any accident that you discovered how this influenced the cash flow for the calendar? Because in the summer, you're not selling a lot of rain gutters.
No, but what I didn't throw in is what we did at the time was two things. It was rain gutters and solar screens, those two things only. So wintertime, rain gutters, summertime, solar screens. Now solar screens completely die in the winter.
Yeah.
But rain gutters don't completely die. They go way down, but not completely die.
Why is that?
It's 105.
and it does rain.
They're not thinking about rain.
But
out of sight, out of mind.
But why are people buying rain gutters in the middle of summer?
Some people think ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they can get them done in the summer. When it's raining cats and dogs, they got to wait 4 weeks.
Right.
So.
You mentioned the solar screens. You were doing that before the patios. Yeah. Well, at first, for visitors who don't know, what are the solar screens?
Oh, a solar screen is a screen that goes on the entire outside of the window, and it deflects the heat. And they were fantastic. Yeah. People love them. I love doing them because once we do a job, it's immediate. People come outside and go, oh my God, that blocks out the heat. So it's
and you can
fulfilling.
take a machete to those things.
They're pretty tough. Yeah, they're pretty tough.
Now, when you went through and you started adding in the patio covers into all of this. Having the trio gives your sales team a lot of pull, because now there's all these different things that they can do, and it's just a matter of filling in the crew. It's like filling in the squares on the calendar, because the crew just says, oh, today we're doing patio covers, oh, next day we're doing rain gutters.
Pretty much, and they like it too because of the diversity, and they don't do the same thing every day, so they like the mix.
So the moral of the story is if you're in a very competitive industry, how do you go through and diversify yourself? What should visionaries look for?
It was more like I didn't set out to say, I'm going to do all these products. It was, we did the rain gutters, we did the solar screens. 2008 went down, we added the patios, and the other products I added after I started my own business.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So all this was by accident?
Yeah, pretty much.
So the moral of the story is keep your eyes open.
Yeah, well, be open-minded. Actually, my son was a salesman at that time, and we were doing solar screens, and I didn't want to go into the other products. He said, hey, let's do these drop-down stairs. Hey, let's do security doors, which we do a ton of now.
Right.
So that's how the company separated, because we started doing so much screen stuff. We're like, oh, we're a screen company. So then Bakersfield Screen Center was born.
You started doing so much, becoming so productive, you had to split the company.
Yeah, I split them, and I can market them better that way too.
Very good. Well, that brings us to the fortune cookie game. Now, visionaries, if you're not familiar with the way the game works, I have a sealed fortune cookie here in my hand. I have no idea what the fortune inside of it is, but more importantly, neither does our guest. Our guest has to take the fortune cookie, open up, unseal it, break open the fortune cookie, read the fortune, and add in my business at the end of it and elaborate. And if you want, I can hold all the extra pieces there. And so go ahead and read to the Visioneer Nation what you've got there.
Let's see, it says, happy events will take place in your home.
In your business, huh? So how are happy events going to happen in your home and business?
Well, it's going to make my wife happy, because if I'm selling a lot of products, she can put more stuff in her home.
Very nice. Well done. Congratulations. You got it right. I love it. I love it. And your wife is too. Yvonne is going to be tickled pink with us.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I tried to get her to come. She's absolutely not. You're lucky to get me here.
Well, we're happy to have you here nonetheless. And that brings us to the most intelligent person that I know, who's going to be going through and asking Craig extra questions. And the great thing is if you've watched the regular show, you know that about half the questions that I ask aren't even mine. They're from producer Emily, because she is great at looking at life from a very different perspective from my own. And that is why we have this next segment called Questions by Emily.
And Questions by Emily is sponsored by Cazador Consulting. Need elite talent to grow your team? Cazador Consulting Group in Bakersfield is your go-to partner in staffing and direct hires. They don't just fill jobs, they build lasting partnerships by listening to your needs and delivering top-tier customer service. At Cazador, mutual success isn't a goal, it's the standard. This is more than staffing, it's building your team so you can build your business. Visit CazadorConsultingGroup.com or call 877-800-4622. That's CazadorConsultingGroup.com or 877-800-4622, and let's build your future together.
Hello Visionaires, welcome back to Questions by Emily. I'm Emily, I've got questions, and if you've got questions, feel free, drop them in the chat. I'm monitoring it closely. But to start with, a few paragraphs back, you mentioned that you wanted a business because you wanted to have an asset. Talk about what that looked like for you.
Well, didn't do too well in my younger life. So didn't have nothing started, retirement or whatever, and things move on, you get older. So figured if I own my own business, sell it someday, just an asset, and make a few more dollars.
And at what point in your business did it become an asset for you?
I would say I started being really worth something about 5 years ago. When I started looking at not even near wanting to sell it, but just curious, looking like, what could I sell this for? And when I found out, I go, ooh, I got an asset.
And that was when it became
A little bit more serious on tightening things up for when I do pass it off to probably one of my guys.
One of your guys?
Yeah.
And at what point did you hire your first employee into your business?
When I started my own business, right away we hired 2 guys.
Oh, right away. You're like, I can't do this on my own.
Well, I kind of hit the road running because I ran another exact same business. So I kind of hit the road running.
So you knew what you needed before you decided that you were going to do it.
I had contractors. So we hit the road running.
Well, and how do you get, because I know your wife works with you now, how do you get your family members on board with this? Because a lot of entrepreneurs, they run into that struggle. They're an entrepreneur, but their partner may not be.
Well, my wife worked for a construction company in her family, and she ran the office. So it was a good mix. I ran the crews and the outside stuff. She ran the office, so it worked really well. She was on board.
So right away, it was, and that's a good way to look at it then, is getting people on board from the beginning.
And my son, he wanted to be a chef. Asked me for $250,000 to go to New York.
School or
and
something?
I said, well, okay, we could do this, but go down and get a job and work. At the time, Valentine's was the best place in town. He went down. He said, what if I don't get a job? I said, tell him you're going to work for free. So that's what he did, and they hired him. He said, they don't need anybody. He goes, I'll work for free. He goes, come on, I'll hire you. And in the meantime, I said, come on, I'll teach you how to sell. And he did really, really well and said, I'm not going to cook, I'm going to do this.
Wow, well, and that's a key right there too, is a lot of people, they want to get into something, but they haven't really, until you're willing to do something for free to see if you like it, it's probably not the best thing to invest in, huh?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And now he owns his own business too.
Still has culinary aspirations, or?
He loves to cook, and he's a great cook, but now he's running his business now.
Yeah, well, and what did you learn in teaching your son that lesson? Like, how did you learn that lesson before?
Lessons in sales, you're asking?
Well, not only the lesson in sale, or in the selling process, but also the lesson in do something for free, to do the thing first before you commit to the thing. How do you learn that lesson?
Oh, it's just old school values.
Yeah.
Grandfather, old school values. Get out there and do it.
So what were some things you did in your earlier days for free that kind of got you onto this process?
Like I said earlier, I told the guy, work for free, and did, hanging rain gutters. And I still was working my job during the week. Then on the weekends, they were working weekends, they were really busy. Saturday and Sunday, I went down there and worked for free.
And that was your intro to that? There wasn't something before that?
Yeah, then I came back, said, well, now I'm going to get a job in Bakersfield, come back home. And there was only 2 companies at the time. So I went to both of them, one of them hired me, and then I started hanging rain gutters.
And it was just like that from the
and
beginning?
Still work with the same guys. My manager is actually the guy that trained me to do the business. So he runs my company now.
That's nice. And it's a full circle moment,
too. Yeah. Family, a lot of family. His brother works with us, runs the Screen Center side.
Nice. And how is that hiring process for you? Because you have a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And so what does it look like to find good talent?
I have my guys scout guys because they're always out on a construction site, and you pretty much see the same people at this, at the same houses doing the same thing. The drywall guy, the guy mowing the lawn. They see somebody that's hustling, and they always see him hustling. They kind of take note. I taught them to take note of it, and when we need somebody, snag them.
Well, and I know we're talking about competition this week, but how do you snatch somebody without, kind of giving it to your competitor in a kind way?
I don't take it from my competitors mostly. Okay. I just see somebody, hey, if they're mowing the lawn, this guy's hustling, and you see him hustling all the time. He's a good worker. He's good, and then I could offer him a lot more money.
Yeah.
So they're happy.
What is it then about your place? Because I've met your guys, and you have great guys, and they're
I'm
so
blessed.
kind.
Very blessed.
And I mean, really, all of them seem to just have joy and the smile as they're doing the job. But how do you meet those people that are willing to do that, which I know you kind of answered, but then how do you keep those people?
Keep them smiling?
Yeah.
We treat them really, really well. We'll do fishing trips. Next month we're going on a full day fishing trip.
that's
I rent
fun.
the whole boat, take all the guys. We'll rent hotel rooms. They could leave their wives at the hotel, or the
so
wives
you
can
can
come.
bring 'em.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
family and
fun.
everything. Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
everyone, all are welcome.
yeah, it's a blast.
So besides fishing trips, what else are you guys doing?
We'll do. Let's see. During Christmas, I rent the front part of the hockey area out over here.
Oh, wow.
And they all come, and we do a hockey night, and we just do a lot of stuff like that with our guys.
So it's things like that that you're trying to breed teamwork.
Yeah. And they make percentage, so I let them know that this is like running your own business.
Really? So you
So-
actually give them a cut.
Oh, yeah.
And that helps them,
Yeah.
incentivizes them to keep going and keep pushing.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah. I'm seeing, oh, we had something come through. Robert asked, what would you tell a young person starting out who might think the barriers to starting a business are too high these days?
The only barrier is yourself. You just got to get out there and do it. But don't do it in California.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you were to do it again, you probably wouldn't
It's
do it
tough
here?
to do business here. And when I talk to my other people in other states, they have less barriers with permitting, regulation, etc. It's just, California's big. I know they got to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just harder here.
It's harder, the
And
barrier
it's
entry.
expensive here. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is, though.
Very true. What would you start today? Would you do the same thing again, or would you start a different business?
No, I do the same thing. It's been fantastic to me and my family. I'm very fortunate.
So then when your son stepped out on his own and did his own business, what were like the first 5 things you told him?
He pretty much knew because he was very involved in the business and all the aspects of the business. So he pretty much had a good idea and knew, and he's a sharp kid, and he's doing really well.
Yeah. So now you guys are tag teaming it, the Butler business?
Yeah, he does an entire another thing, a couple of the same things, but not much. Indoor stuff, blind shades.
So you're really able
Yeah.
to, you do the outdoor, he does the indoor.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Yeah,
You got the whole community there. Huh?
Yeah, and he's doing really well.
Yeah. Well, in terms of opening the second business, how is it, because I know branding is very similar, is that something that you wanted from the get-go, is to keep them so that you still thought of Bakersfield Patio, Bakersfield Screen Center?
Yeah, as you know, because you do the advertising on
Yeah,
some
we
of
definitely
it, is I have the look the same for if somebody sees it, they recognize the colors and the look. I just pulled the products apart and named this one this, and obviously this one's this.
Yeah, so they're able to do their own thing, but still
Yeah.
have the brand recognition of
Yeah,
being for you
exactly.
guys.
But my salesman sells for both companies.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
So they're all across the board.
And you've seen the folder I give you.
Yeah, it's a
one
great
side,
folder.
and then the other side, our sister company.
Well, and not everyone would think of giving folders out these days with information. What is it about having that folder that has really helped you guys get business?
It shows them all the products without trying to sell them everything in the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And then they come back later and they say, the guys, they remember it, they keep the folder, and it just helps with branding.
Well, and what would you say, because you've got paper products, but then you also have social media, what is it about having both? What do both do that help the sales process?
Well, you got to do a little bit of everything. You got to touch somebody 5 times before they call.
Yeah.
This is the theory. So we do the social media. My guys pass out flyers. We put out signs and ask for referrals. All your good sales, proper sales stuff.
Well, Craig, thank you.
And being
for
consistent at it.
Oh, well, very true. Yes, the consistency is the key, huh? Well, thank you for being here. If there's anything else you'd like to let Visionaires know, you're welcome to say so now. Any final thoughts?
Give us a call. That's
What's the number?
It's 378-1414.
And where can they find you?
BakersfieldPatios.com and BakersfieldScreenCenter.com. Easy to find us. We're all over the internet.
Great. Thank you so much, Craig.
Thank you for having me.
Well, and for Visionaires, if you'd like to see more of what we do, we always have our regular show comes out on Saturday. We have our live on Mondays. This week's show, we talked to Jack Lavers from Lavers Ranch. We talk about the secret formula to calculating the cost to gain. who audits your accountant, which is very important, and how to find a financial expert to actually have your back. So that's a great episode. Go over, that one's up already, and we will see you again next week for our Meat and Potatoes Live at 5.